After leaving the undergrounds of Wonder City, Izuku would make his way back to the old GCPD building, where Freeze would be held up in the laboratory to finish the cure needed for the toxic Joker blood. Of course, getting there would be a lot easier said than done. Joker had become antsy. First, there was the defeat of Penguin's crew, and now, with Two-Face starting to be on the move himself, it seemed as though he was being on the defensive, and he was in much need of his cure. Although he made that very clear to Izuku through the emails, the voice memos that he was sending directly to him. You have 20 missed voicemails. Are you serious? Izuku would think. What was his obsession? Hello? Can you hear me, Bat Jr.? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not keeping you up. I didn't mean for you to just dilly-dally along, but in case you forgot, I'm dying, and I'm in desperate need of a cure. But you don't seem to care now, do you? This is the problem with the youth these days. Bats wouldn't have made me wait like this. Bats would have been caring for my every want and need. A foot massage, a nice bowl of soup, perhaps a relaxing bath. Oh yes, he truly knew how to take care of a fellow like me. But oh no, not you. It's, I'll do whatever I want, whenever I feel, however I want. And worst of all, you've betrayed me for that damn snowman. Well, no matter. As a famous, whoever it is once said, if you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself. So just try and get your pointy little ears back to the GCPD. I double dog dare you. Well, that was pleasant. You get used to it, Bruce would say. For now, you need to focus on getting to the GCPD and getting that cure from Freeze. Once I'm done, I'm going to try to get it to the public, and you need to get it to the Joker. What? You have to, Izuku. Why? Why on earth should I? He's brought this on himself. You know that's not what you were trained to do. You don't get to decide who lives or who dies. And he does? Izuku snapped for a moment. It wasn't like him to normally do something like this, but at the same time, it was hard to keep it contained. He'd read the files, the dossiers, the stories that had been told in the newspapers. The Joker, the clown prince of crime, the man with multiple backstories, because he likes to have multiple choice. The guy that couldn't decide on his own origins as a criminal. Some say he was a family man just trying to make ends meet. Others say he was a criminal mastermind who eventually met his demise. And so on and so forth. From all the crazy and horrid things that he had heard of, to the stuff that he had done to people like Bruce, Jason, Barbara. After all this time, why? Why give him a chance? Why allow him to even make a comeback? Yeah, he was sick and dying, but that was of his own volition, because he chose to get involved in something that was far beyond him. For Izuku, it wasn't that he wanted to kill, but at the same time, did he really have to save him? Unfortunately, his conscience would eat away at his psyche. Whether he wanted to or not, he knew what he had to do. He had to resolve himself to do it. There were multiple buildings surrounding the GCPD, with about 8 snipers, 2 on each roof. One by one, Izuku would make sure to take them out, before eventually making his way to the GCPD and getting inside. The temperature had dropped even lower than it was before. Clear evidence that Freeze was in control. He found him stationed at one of the old laboratories, as he was working away at the cure waiting for the enzyme. Of course, Freeze was surprised to see that the boy had returned and that he had found what he was looking for. "I told you I'd be back." "Forgive me. It's just, I did not expect someone to be of your caliber. With all due respect, I still hold the old bat in high esteem. But, nevertheless, you've gotten what you need." After taking the enzyme, Freeze would finally stabilize the cure, creating 2 vials now complete. "It is done, just as you have requested." "Give them to me." "I don't think so." Freeze would destroy one of the vials before taking the other and placing it into a safe. "What are you doing?" "The clown. He has my wife. You will bring her to me, and then you will get your cure." "Are you serious? People are going to die. Boo-hoo. People die every day. That is not my concern. You are done giving me orders, boy. Now I am the one in control. You will bring back my wife, or you will die." "I am not in the mood right now," Izuku would say. "And this is not for debate. I've read about you. I am sorry. Truly, I am. I will try to help you. I'll do everything in my power. Please." Izuku was preparing to walk past him, hoping it wouldn't come to a fight. But when Freeze shot his gun towards the safe, encasing it in ice, and with his gyroscope targeting at Izuku, he knew he didn't have a choice. "I underestimated the bat long ago. I will not make the same mistake twice." With that, Izuku would back away from Freeze as he began his assault. The pillars that he had used earlier within the GCPD had been covered with ice. There was nowhere for him to grapple to. "I have thermal scanners capable of tracking you within this room. This will be your tomb, Batman." Izuku, what's the situation?" Bruce would say. "It's Freeze. He's gone on the attack. He's not giving up the cure without a fight. You're going to have to find multiple ways to stun him. Freeze is adaptable. You won't be able to beat him the same way twice. I'm giving you a schematic of the environment and of different takedown positions. You're going to have to steer clear and find the right moments to strike." Izuku would move about through the room. Freeze being in the lumbering freeze suit, it meant that he couldn't move with the exact speed, but he had the precision. Following the thermal footprints Izuku made from every place he walked and ran, Freeze would stalk his victim within the foggy, frozen lab of the GCPD. "There is nowhere you can run. You cannot escape me." As Freeze would continue his search for Izuku, Izuku would move quickly through the floor grates before moving back around once again up and down the various platforms of the laboratory. The first attack, a simple one, an attack from behind. Using his back claws, Izuku would tear away at some of the foundation of his armor from the back, stunning him just long enough to get a few good hits in, before Freeze would quickly turn, Izuku having to get out of the way, as now he would adapt, having a back scanner keeping him alert of his blind spot. That will not work on me again. Oh! But before Freeze even knew what hit him, Izuku had jumped to the side railing above, descending down from the upper area, now delivering yet a second strike to Freeze. Now Freeze would have to have mini drones that would hover above his head, as well as freezing over the guard railings, not allowing for Izuku to go for a second blind spot attack. He had stunned him a few times, but that still wasn't enough. Izuku would have to race through the room to find more ways to stop him, where he found yet another combo. First, there was an old wall. Using explosive gel, he created 3 explosive points, walking around that area before leaving. Along the way, there was also a generator. First, Izuku waited for Freeze to get close to the wall in question, before detonating the explosions that stunned him and his circuits. And then on top of that, using the electric palm generators, he would be able to cause an electric shock, temporarily overloading Freeze's systems, long enough to deliver yet another series of strikes, backing away as Freeze would attempt to use countermeasures. But Izuku wasn't done in his conquest, because soon he would use the Disruptor, a little trick that he had gotten from his fight with Cobblepot when he had access to the famed freeze gun, causing it to stall out as Izuku would yet fire another series of offense on Freeze once again. He was almost down and out for the count, but Izuku still needed one more surefire way to beat him. Izuku would quickly use smoke grenades, before ducking back and hiding under the floor grates. Freeze had created as many countermeasures as he could, from the sides, from above, all forms of walling and platforms that could be used to hide explosives, destroying the electric generators, so Izuku couldn't use the electric gloves to attempt to shock and override his systems, as well as delivering a countermeasure to the Disruptor device. Your tricks will only get you so far. I am prepared to do what is needed. I will not lose, not to the likes of you. This is your last warning. Bring me my wife, or you can die. As Freeze walked over the floor grates, Izuku would emerge right in front of him, grabbing him by the face of his helmet and slamming it into the ground. This left Freeze stunned as the visor to his suit would crack, Izuku punching away at the visor and eventually beating him into submission. Go ahead. Kill me. I didn't come here to kill you, Freeze. I'm trying to help, but you're really pushing it. I will help you find your wife. I promise you. But right now, I need to do what's best for the people of Gotham, for the people of this country. Your wife wouldn't have wanted this for you, Victor. What would you know about my wife? She was a kind and loving woman. It wasn't right what happened to her, but it's obvious that you've gone so far because you care about her. You love her more than anything. Don't you think that she'd love you enough not for you to be this way? Look at what you've done. what you've become. Your wife, I know she'd care about you way too much to let you throw away your life doing something so foolish. The clown took her. He wouldn't give her back unless I made the cure. I don't know why he came to me for help, why he singled me out. Strange brought me here, kept me confined. I have nowhere else to go. No choice. No choice. So Strange was involved in you being brought here as well. With all of us. I was serving in Tartarus. At first, I was given an opportunity to help my Nora. But I was betrayed by Strange. There is more at work. What he's trying to do. This city isn't what it seems. It's a death trap. A death trap? Izuku. Bruce would speak to him through his communications. You need to get the cure. Izuku would make his way to the safe, only for it to have been broken in already, and left in the wake of the cure. A playing card. The Joker. It seems the clown has already beaten you to it. Not for long. Wait. Freeze would move to the table and hand something to him. It was a box. They contained what appeared to be pellet balls, no bigger than the size of, say, a golf ball or something like that. A box full, at least 25 or 30 of them. They're compact freeze grenades. Perhaps they will aid you in your battle against the clown. Izuku attached them to his utility belt. He gave Freeze a nod before exiting the GCPD and making his way back to the Sionis steel mill. He had to get a hold of the cure. There were lives that were at stake. As Izuku would make his way back once again, he soon saw that the chimney that he had used to get in the first time had been boarded up. He'd have to find another way. Perhaps through the water system of the steel mill. That could lead him to the back entrance, and from there he could work his way back to the main foyer of the steel mill, back to the main front office, where Joker, along with his two granddaughters, were held up. As he was attempting to make his way through the steel mill, Bruce would keep him informed of what was happening, as well as through the intercoms of Dr. Hugo Strange, as he was now giving out orders to his men. Operatives, one and the same. Protocol 10 will begin in 30 minutes. You all have your assignments and your roles to follow. As we approach the dawn of Protocol 10, I wish to congratulate you all on your fine efforts. We are going to cleanse this country and then the world, and there is nothing that can stop us. Well, that doesn't sound good, Izuku would say. Not at all. Strange right now is speaking with the Hero Association. It seems he's enacting the official Protocol 10. Barbara's been keeping me informed. And what's the Heroes Council decision on it? Not good. They're not pleased that such a drastic protocol has to be used in play. They believe that Strange could have kept the inmates under control. He spun them a tale about how the guards have been overrun. The inmates are gathering weapons of mass destruction and are attempting a riot. Weapons that he brought in. And sadly, he's not wrong. The vault and treasury of Arkham City is currently under attack. It seems your girlfriend is behind it. She's not my girlfriend, Izuku would say. Hold on. Jinx? Who else? But why? Why is she leading a charge on the vault of all things? Not sure. But from what I've been able to gather, she's working with Dent. Who knows what they could be up to? But this is just a situation that he'll need. You need to hurry and stop him, Izuku. There's no time to waste. I'll try to send backup for you. Anyone that's available, at least. Izuku would make his way through the steel mill, eventually arriving back to the main office, the head office of the steel mill where Joker had been. However, he wasn't there. Neither was the Didi twins. Instead, he would open a door to yet another room, a foyer. And standing above him on another platform, he saw the familiar tattered up purple suit and what appeared to be the Joker standing in front of a mirror. Huh. Gotta say, you sure know how to be fashionably late, boy. I'm through with the games, Joker. Where's the cure? Always so demanding. Seems to me like you were never raised properly. Like you were never given that proper guidance, hey? Though, what can I say? When a poor mother has to raise a child on her own in such a cruel and violent world. A child who foolishly believes that he can become a hero. Eh? Izuku Midoriya? How did you... Mom? What's going on? Why am I... Ah, hello, Mrs. Midoriya. How nice of you to join us. Why am I... What's going... Say, how much do you know about your boy? My son? What do you want, my son? You stay away from him. I won't let you... I know. You won't let me harm your son. Yes. But you see, it's not I who has beef with your son. It's your son that has beef with me. Your son stole something from me. Something important. And lo and behold, he's right here. Inko Midoriya looked at the Batman. Of course, she had known about her son attending UA, but she thought that he was still working on a hero name, not that he was... But could he be? Izuku pulled off the mask. There was no point in hiding it. Izuku? Mom, you'll be... No. Don't go making promises you can't keep, boy. The Joker jumped off of the platform. That's it. That look in your eyes? That's what I've been waiting for. Stop this facade, this charade, pretending to be someone that you're not. Anyone who can be as stoic and as rigid as old bats doesn't have a soul to begin with. He's probably some wannabe loser who couldn't get over his parents' death. But you still have a family. Your poor mother here. The Joker then twirled a crowbar in his hands. Good old Reliable. You probably know about this little old thing, don't you? Yeah. I've had to deal with a lot of pesky children. And I've come to learn that nothing does the job quite like a good old-fashioned steel-ironed crowbar. Granted, it didn't bring any manners. It doesn't matter, though. I could teach you a lesson. There's nothing you can teach me, Joker. Oh, on the contrary. There's always room to learn in Lesson 101 of getting your ass kicked. Izuku would pull down the mask as he charged towards the Joker. The Joker raising the crowbar in question. Izuku raising up his hands in defense as he battled against the Clown Prince of Crime. Izuku would kick and punch him back against the wall, delivering a series of combo strikes, punches left and right straight to the face. For Inko, she'd never seen her son this way. So violent. The vitriol, the rage. That's it! That's it! Joker kicked Izuku in the stomach as he knocked him back with the face of the crowbar. It seemed like all that damage had done absolutely nothing to him. Ooh! Is that the best you got, Bats? The old one. Yeah. He would have at least given me, 120 strikes in under a minute. What was that? 45? It's obvious that you haven't been training hard enough. What's the matter? Not eating your bat Wheaties? Your vitamins? Perhaps you forgot to say a prayer. Yeah! That's it, kid. That's right. Show me what you got. Let her go, Joker. You pick up a few tricks after fighting for as long as I have. Come on now. That's it. Get angrier. Show me more ferocity, more anger, more intensity. Come on. You're an egg, but you haven't cracked yet. But before the day is done, we're gonna make a few omelets. Come on, boys. Come on, girls. Let's show him how Joker throws a real party. With that, multiple of Joker's crew would start to appear out of nowhere, all of them attacking Izuku all at once, along with Joker's two granddaughters, the Didi twins, Deidre and Dila. Dila would use her quirk to elongate her hair, attempting to trap and ensnare Izuku, while Deidre, using her quirk Infinite Stomach, would pull out two machetes from her mouth before going in for a double hack and slash. Izuku would dodge the both of them and knock them back, while dealing with the Joker and with his men all at once. Look out! Surprise! Not today! Come on, he's just one kick! My leg! Joker! Let her go! I want the cure, boy. But you've already got the cure! In that moment, an explosion would occur. The entire building would shake. It felt like an earthquake was rocking over the whole city. The Didi twins would look out of the window. Pops? What is it? It's... Oh dear. Well, what do you know? It looks like Armageddon's finally come around. Multiple helicopters flying over the city, raining down missiles, fire, brimstone, and destruction at every waking moment in turn. Izuku, unsure of what to do, he would race towards his mom, only for Dila to use her hair to trip him up at the last moment. The ceiling would collapse as a large piece of debris would land on top of him. Izuku! Mom, run! Deidre would stand on Izuku's throat. Looks like the bat finally got his wings clipped. You're not going anywhere. Dila would wrap her hair around Inko, restraining and holding her in place. The Joker would pick up his trusted crowbar. Well now, it looks like our good old friend Strange has decided to flip the script. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit of improv, ladies. What do we do, Papa J? Well, fighting military-grade helicopters isn't much of my expertise, although Lord knows I'd love to fly one. Tell you what, Bats, I'm gonna let you deal with those 20 or 30 death choppers outside, and you can go find my cure for me, like a good boy. In the meantime, I'll be keeping your mother companied. Don't worry, we'll have a gay old time. Tell some jokes, have a few drinks. Cocktail hour. Though, I should warn, don't keep me waiting too long. Otherwise, I may have to start teaching her what the crowbar said to the face. And let me be the first to tell you, it's not much of a joke. It's very funny, very bloody. She probably won't be laughing, but I'll be having a hell of a time. Izuku! Izuku! Mom! Izuku. Bruce would try to speak through the intercoms, trying to think of what to do. What could he do? He didn't have much options, no choice. He tried to get into contact with Kochi, with Bakugo, with any of them, but he wasn't getting any calls. This was the full display of Protocol 10. What Strange was after. The destruction of everyone within the city. Not knowing if he had any other choice, Bruce got up out of his chair. His two attendants, the former criminals, Gentle Criminal and La Brava, both standing in attention, would urge for Master Bruce to take a seat. I'm sorry, Mr. Bruce, but it would be against your better judgment to try to get involved at a time like, let me go. I don't have time to waste here. He needs me. But sir, La Brava would say, you're in no condition to fight the way you are now. You'll never make it in time. We have to find another way. Can't we just... There is no other way. Carrie is too busy trying to keep peace in the streets. Dick and Barbara, Tim, they're all too busy. By the time they try to do anything, it'll be too late. I have to do something. Sir, if you go there now, you're only going to get yourself killed. So what? I can't let those kids die. It's my fault. I should have never allowed him to get involved. I won't let it happen again. I won't let him become me. Sir, I won't. I won't. If I do, then I have truly failed. Izuku would try to fight against the rubble holding him back. He used all of his strength, but there was nothing he could do. He felt his consciousness starting to fade to black, slowly slipping away into the darkness. As he drifted, the sounds of Protocol 10 echoed in the distance. This concludes My Hero Academia: The Dark Knight Returns. What If Deku Was Batman? Season 3, Part 7 of the Arkham City arc. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video as we continue with My Hero Academia: The Dark Knight Returns. What if Deku was Batman? Season 3, Part 8 of the Arkham City arc. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings. Signing off, and I'll see you next time.